to introduce to you a little background of it. All right.
Does anyone have a Bible that I can use? Take this one. Thank you. Sorry. Okay. Thank you. Can everyone hear me?
Yes. Yes.
So, in the third year of the reign of Jehoiakim, king of Judah, Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, came to Jerusalem and besieged it. And the Lord delivered Jehoiakim, king of Judah, into his hand, along with some of the articles from the temple of God. These he carried off to the temple of his God in Babylonia, and put in the treasure house of his God. Now most of his life, Nebuchadnezzar was a wicked king, who had no regard for any other gods except the Babylonians. However, God disciplined him, and in his later years, he finally turned to God. He was a great and mighty king known throughout the ancient world. He left the treasures of the Hebrew temple in his treasure house and did not use them for any idolatrous purpose. However, after Nebuchadnezzar died, his son, Belshazzar, came on the throne in Babylonia, and he was not so wise or careful. Here's a story. Play.
Gentlemen, 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 unaccustomed as I am to public speaking, nonetheless I say this. Eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow we diet. But seriously though, eat and drink all you want. This feast has 7 days or more, if we're having fun. Thank you.
A fine feast, my liege.
Thank you, but I can't help but feel it's missing something.
Good food, good wine. What else?
I don't know. Better entertainment, perhaps.
If I may speak, my lord.
Please do.
The food and drink are excellent. Likewise, the entertainment. The problem lies with the place settings.
The dishes?
You may be on to something.
True, but these are the palace's best dishes.
That may be, but we've all seen them before. They were used at all the feasts given by your esteemed father, Nebuchadnezzar.
Nebuchadnezzar.
We need something different.
Didn't you have me go to the peasants and beg for dishes?
Of course not. To use peasants' dishes would insult your guest. I do not propose a solution. I merely point out the problem.
I see. If I get the potters working on some new dishes immediately.
They will not be ready until the next feast, my liege.
It takes that long?
I'm afraid so.
Then what can I do to liven up this feast?
If I may be so impertinent, my king,
Go ahead, impertinent.
I suggest that His Majesty change the dishes,
But with what? These are the best in the palace.
but not the lamb, my king.
Ah, of course.
Look, I know you guys are paid to be mysterious, but can you give me a hint? Is it bigger than a bread box?
In the museum, my liege.
Treasures from other land, my king.
Removed, my lord, by your esteemed father, Nebuchadnezzar.
What about the museum?
Included in the treasures are dishes of gold, brass, iron, wood, and stone.
Brought from the temple of Jerusalem. By your illustrious father, Nebuchadnezzar.
So?
Have the vessels brought to the feast.
Place them in front of your wives and princes.
And of course, to your most illustrious majesty himself.
Eat and drink from the dishes of a god? What a splendid idea! I, of course, will have the gold dishes.
Naturally.
Wooden stone will be good enough for the women.
Naturally.
Even as you suggested, let it be done.
Ah! What is it, my liege?
He must have something stuck in his throat.
Quick, the hemlock
his wall.
That's not what it means. It would be spelled differently if it was talking about being nasty. Aha! It's a warning about an uprising. Many, many teakles will be uprising.
What's a teakle?
I don't explain everything. I just read it.
Well, I don't like your reading any better than mine.
Nonetheless, we must warn the king. My lord, the teakles are planning a revolt.
The only revolting thing in here is you three. You're supposed to be smart. What does this mean?
What is all the commotion in here? We women in the next room can't hear ourselves think.
Look!
Oh, graffiti? Honestly, you men get a little wine in you and you're worse than children. You chiseled that right into the wall. It'll take weeks to sand that out.
But we didn't do it!
Oh, I suppose the right hand came down and wrote it.
Yes!
Oh, you've been drinking and you want me to believe a crazy story like that. Wait a minute. You're serious, aren't you?
Uh-huh.
Well, you're the wise guys. What does it mean?
As near as we can tell, it's either a children's drawing
Or some nasty person is tickling a parson.
Or the teakles are planning a rebellion.
You three are like garlic in a leg of mutton.
Huh?
You stink up the ground. Listen, Balthazar, you don't know what that writing means?
Of course I do.
Then deep search these losers and do what I tell you. There's a man who used to advise your father, Nebuchadnezzar.
Nebuchadnezzar.
He did dreams before people needed came to tell him what the dream was. I'm warning you ahead. Go to him. He'll tell you what that writing means. But I'm warning you ahead of time. You may not like what he says. He's not always popular, but he's always honest.
But you, his son, O Belshazzar, have not humbled yourself, though you knew all this. Instead, you have set yourself up against the Lord of heaven. You had the goblets from his temple brought to you, and you and your nobles, your wives and your princes, drink wine from them, and praise the gods of silver and gold, of bronze, iron, wood, and stone, which cannot see, hear, or understand. But you did not honor the God who holds in his hand your life and all your ways. Therefore, he sent the hand that wrote the inscription. That very night, Belshazzar, king of Babylonians, was slain or killed. And Darius the Mede took over the kingdom at the age of 62.
Well, this concludes our 2 plays this morning for you. I hope you enjoyed them and got a little bit of message about them too. Our God is very strong and powerful, and we should not allow anyone to think otherwise. Thanks. Take a picture now.